Thank you, Deputy Speaker. On 26 January at a Survival Day rally in the Perth CBD, there was an attempt to cause a mass casualty event using an improvised explosive device filled with nails and ball bearings thrown into a crowd that had gathered peacefully to support justice, voice, treaty and truth for First Nations Australians. It is immensely fortunate that the IED failed, and as the Prime Minister has rightly noted, it's entirely appropriate that the incident is being considered as a possible terrorist event. I was grateful this week to be briefed by the WA Minister for Police, Rhys Whitby, and the WA Commissioner for Police, Col Blanche. What occurred was a frightening moment that could have been a catastrophic tragedy. I want to acknowledge all the attendees who responded calmly and safely in a bewildering and fraught situation, including for the police. Deputy Speaker, it is vitally important that our civil and political rights and freedoms are maintained, both for their own sake as human rights and because they are intrinsic to our shared well-being. The ability for our community to be involved in political life, to debate important and difficult issues, to protest injustice and the misuse of power, to campaign for environmental protection or refugee rights, or changing the date of Australia Day, or in support of people suffering unconscionable harm in Myanmar or Iran or Gaza, is fundamental to our democracy. Yet this vital aspect of our democratic system is undermined by the threat of prejudicial violence like what was seen in Perth, and it can be undermined by poorly calibrated responses to terror. And as I've observed before, Deputy Speaker, by far and away the most harmful prejudice in our history is racism directed against First Nations Australians. I find it shocking that when, as a local member, I draw attention through social media to the availability of NAIDOC Week grants, there follows a torrent of deeply racist responses that are devoid of compassion or courage or common humanity. Among the emails I received this week was a message from a Whadjuk Noongar member of my community who rightly said that good thoughts by themselves are not enough. And that's absolutely right. And it's why the Albanese government has continued to deliver clear and properly resourced measures to combat prejudice, to strengthen cohesion, to close the gap and to reduce the dangerous proliferation of guns, while of course emphasising the importance of harmony, shared wellbeing and reconciliation. Deputy Speaker, it's an incredible mercy that the attack which occurred at the Survival Day rally in Perth did not have its intended effect. This is a time for us all to reflect on the contribution we can each make to tolerance and understanding, to resisting the rush to division and the rush to outrage and accusation that is so prevalent in social media, and to practising moderation in our language and peacefulness in our conduct.